Good evening. It's Teresa back for another uh, story announcement. It's not actually a story. It's really happening. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get the angle here. Trying to put a little bit of something in the picture besides just white walls that I have to fill up with more pictures. Anyway, um, so I guess it came down today in Parliament that. They pushed through Bill C-63, which is the the hate speech law. So basically, free speech in Canada is no more. No more. You can't just say anything online. If someone takes it the wrong way, or they find it offensive or hateful or racist, or there's certain groups and ethnicities that you can't name. There's certain words you can't say. Um, you can't insult anyone on the basis of their religion, which I don't. Their sex, I don't. I don't have a problem with somebody's sex. They can be what they want to be. But there's a lot more to that, but not just for this point. Um, Anything that's racist, like you cannot say um, anything about not legal people that have come into the country. You're not allowed to call them by the name that I can't say. Isn't it crazy? I mean, we have to police ourselves now. And I think that's just ludicrous, really. I remember when I joined Facebook in 2007. That's when I first got into Facebook. And it's been, what, 2007, 17 years. So maybe it's time to give up social media. I can go to Rumble and it's not censored there, or I could sign up for an X account, formerly known as Twitter. So there's those options, but I don't know. Can't really say much on either of those because they're still watching this thing, whatever. That's I'm sure they're probably listening to telephone conversations too. So I was having a conversation earlier with somebody who mentioned doing something, and I said, you really shouldn't say that because if they are listening, that could be, inciting some kind of excitability issue to happen, and you shouldn't be saying things like that. You can't say that. So can we write it down on paper when we're together? We're going to slide papers back and forth. I don't have a cell phone, and neither does he, but my point is that, I think even down to our telephone conversations are being taped. It's a crazy world right now, man. It's just crazy. And the people that are running the show, I don't think they have touch. They're so out of touch. They have no idea what what we struggle with and what we like to talk to each other about. They don't have to do that. They don't have to limit their conversations or watch what they say, but we have to. Meanwhile, our taxes go to pay their wages. We're paying them. They can do what they want. They can say what they want online. They can do it whatever they want. But us, no. but we still have to pay the taxes and file our taxes every year to make sure that they get their cut. We're giving our money away to other countries. We're giving our money away frivolously inside our own country. It's not being directed at the places that's needed. For example, healthcare, that could be a lot better. Waiting times, waiting lists for procedures at the hospital, that could get sped up a little bit. No, I mean, I understood for the first couple of years they were trying to play catch up, but I mean, this is 4.5 going into 5 years now. You mean to tell me they've got such a backlog that they can't catch up by now? Are they that understaffed? Is that the problem? Is that the issue? I'm sure there's many factors. You can comment below if there's something. Let me know if I'm missing something. But it's really disheartening, and it feels like we are being watched by quote unquote Big Brother. This was predicted. Although the man that wrote 1984 and some of those sayings was George Orwell, and he was a Freemason. So he wasn't a psychic. He wasn't a what's the word? He wasn't able to see. He wasn't having visions or anything like that. But he was a Mason, and they know what's going to happen in the future. They talk about all that stuff. That's how he knew. Same thing with the Simpsons. The guy from the Simpsons that created the Simpsons, Matt Groening. He's a Mason too. They all are. They're everywhere. Our world is being run by them. No lie. Facts. I wouldn't shit you. I honestly, I mean it. You can look around for yourself. It's not that hard. If I found it, anybody else could find it too. I'm 60 years old, and if I can figure out that techie stuff, technical stuff, you can too. Especially if you're young. You're young. Just that'll just type in some keywords. What do you want to know about? And boom, you'll get all the information you need. Not from Google. I'm talking about YouTube. If you want to find out what's going on, but anyway, I digress. It's just very feels kind of sad in a way because I never thought that we would come to this in Canada. Did any of you think that we would come to this point? I'm sure there were subtle things that I just missed. So much that I missed. I feel really bad for missing it, but you can't pay attention to something you don't even know about. Heck, I just started getting political in 2020, so I haven't been in the game that long, but I kind of see where it works, how it works, and I don't like it. I'm glad I'm not a politician. Would I want the money? Yes and no, because I wouldn't want the money to corrupt me. I wouldn't want the money to be the most important thing in my life. I wouldn't want money to replace my spirituality and my relationship with God. So no, I don't want to be rich. I'd like to be a little more comfortable. I'd like to have nicer things than what I have. I mean, my stuff's decent. It's nice. And I live in a nice apartment, but I could do with some new furniture. Brand new furniture, not new to me furniture, but I mean, I'm good with everything right now. I've got clothes and food and a roof over my head and a nice bed to sleep in, and I'm very fortunate and blessed. I know that, and I'm very grateful for all that. And I thank God every day for Him, to to allow me to have these things. I do. I give God all the credit for everything I do. Every good thing I do comes from God. He put His Holy Spirit in me, and I just want that to be evident in the way that I live my life with morals and values. And I was thinking about this morning. God didn't put us in this world to be slaves. None of us. I mean, I'm talking from way back to that never should have happened. People should never have been segregated and divided. It's happened again, and it'll probably keep on happening. We can't get along. We can't agree. How are we ever going to come together if we can't agree on anything? I don't know where this is going. I don't have a clue. But it's looking kind of bleak. Sorry to say that, but I try to be optimistic, and I do hope and pray that something better will happen after the proverbial shit hits the fan. I hope that something good will come out of that. And that's the best I can hope for. So I'm going to close this out now, but I just wanted to let you know what I was thinking. So thank you for listening. I really appreciate that. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and take care of yourselves and stay safe. Peace with a little bit added.